Hold on, Queens. I've got a message for you. This is the legal stuff. You know, the stuff the lawyers say I must tell you. So remember, this broadcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. I am just your friend. I am not a licensed therapist, and this broadcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. Got it? Great. Welcome, Sister Queens. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in, ladies. Come on in. Come on in, ladies. Come on in. I am so glad to have you here. Come on in. I see you're entering. Gonna give you a few minutes to jump on and join us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for joining me for our first episode in our 2025 Mental Health Awareness Month of Let's Talk. Yes, yes. I am just so honored that you would take time out of your busy schedules to join us. Sister Queens, as we step into Mental Health Awareness Month, let's take a moment to honor the importance of our inner well being. Quality mental health is more than just the absence of struggle, it's the presence of peace, balance, clarity, and joy in our daily lives. As women, we carry so much. We carry a lot in our homes, we carry a lot in our careers, we carry a lot in our communities, we carry a lot in our hearts. So it is so vital that we give ourselves permission to rest, to heal, and to seek support when we need it. So, this month is not just about awareness, it's about empowerment, it's about normalizing the conversation, it's about breaking the stigma and reminding each other that prioritizing our mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Remember that. It is not a luxury, but a necessity to prioritize our mental health. Okay? Got it? Good. And also, ladies, if I could get you to do me a huge favor right now, and I'm going to give you a second, if I could get you to tag another queen and just share this live to your pages, we would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. So tag, tag, tag right now and share, share, share. Because mental health, especially among women in the communities of color, is so vitally important. So we're going to have some great women on this month. So what I want you ladies to do right now is to stop, take a moment, tag, 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 and share, 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 because Keisha Sharp is going to bring us some really good information, and we do not want anyone to miss it. All right, ladies. So let's see who we have on right now. Hey Gladys, hey Gladys, hey Gladys, hey Monica, hey Kim, hey Kim. Thank you ladies so much for joining us. Hey Betty, hello my sister queens, hello my sister queens. I am so glad to have you. And for those of us that are those of you that are joining us for the first time, we greatly appreciate you coming on with us. We are just so happy and ecstatic to be talking about mental health awareness this month. So thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies. But first, let's take care of some housekeeping. Don't forget, ladies, do not forget that we will be giving away 2 prizes tonight. Okay, we will be giving away two $25 Visa gift cards. But remember, you must be present to win. However, in order for your name to be entered into the drawing, you must type hashtag Keisha. That is hashtag Keisha in the comments for your entry to be calculated. Remember, that's hashtag KEISHA KISA. Again, this allows you to be entered into the drawing. Secondly, ladies, if you didn't know, the Sister Queens Empowerment Organization is so proud to present the Let's Talk series for Mental Health Awareness Month. Each Thursday in May, we're featuring an exceptional woman who will share their stories, wisdom, and strategies to support our mental well-being. This is why it's so important to focus on mental health as Sister Queens, because you know what we do? We uplift each other, we carry heavy loads, and we still show up strong. So now it's time for us to pour into ourselves. So let's talk, let's heal, and let's grow together. Thirdly, Sister Queens, please join us for the second stop on our Support Black-Owned Businesses tour. We are headed to Carver Jones Market, located in the heart of historic Fairfield, Alabama, on May 17th at 11 a.m. Again, that is May 17th at 11 a.m. We need to show up in massive numbers to support this Black-owned business, because when we invest in us, we uplift entire communities, because visibility matters. Ownership matters. Legacy matters. Let's circulate our dollars with purpose and power. Let's show Carver Jones Market what it means when Sister Queens and their friends pull up. And lastly, ladies, to the over 4,700 Sister Queens who have joined our movement of positivity, I want to express my deepest gratitude for your incredible support and dedication. Your presence means so much, and it brings so much light and joy to our community. And your commitment to spreading positivity is truly inspiring. Together, ladies, we are creating a powerful ripple effect of kindness and empowerment. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being an integral part of this journey towards a better, more uplifting world. All right, ladies, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's get started. Sister Queens welcome certified life coach and media trainer Keisha Sharp. Keisha Sharp has called Birmingham home for nearly 30 years and loves living and working in this community. She's a serial entrepreneur, a licensed realtor, double certified life coach, and a communications media trainer who enjoys helping her clients put their best face forward. She graduated from the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa with a major in communications, broadcast news, and a minor in English in 1995. She immediately went to work in her field after graduation, and as a natural communicator and connector, has worked as an award-winning broadcast news anchor and reporter for more than 20 years in the Tupelo, Mississippi, which was her first job out of college, and Montgomery and Birmingham markets in this state. She ended her broadcast career as an award-winning reporter and news anchor for ABC's 3340's Good Morning Alabama and the News at Noon in Birmingham, Alabama. Keisha is also an award-winning writer and self-published author with books on natural hair, an easy natural hair care guide, and trainings in change management. She has also worked as a corporate crisis communicator and spokesperson for the American Red Cross and Alabama Power Company. As a certified life coach, she uses her knowledge of career advancement and dating and relationships to write as a columnist for the Birmingham Times and even host a weekly podcast on these topics. Keisha also writes feature stories for the Birmingham Times Weekly, highlighting people, places, and things which create magic in the Magic City. She's a regular guest speaker on local television stations like WBRC Fox 6 News and ABC 3340, and is a featured speaker locally at schools and events. She frequently facilitates panel discussions. You can follow her on all social media at Keisha Sharp, or for coaching and media training, visit www.keishasharp.com/life-coaching. Join us, Sister Queens, in extending a warm welcome to Keisha Sharp as she joins Let's Talk. Hello, 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 Miss Keisha. Hello, hello. Hello, my beautiful friend. How are you this evening?
How are you doing? How are you
I am
doing?
amazing. I am amazing. Ladies, if you're just joining us, I want to welcome you again to the first episode in our Let's Talk series for Mental Health Awareness Month with our special guest, certified life coach, Keisha Sharp. Welcome again, Queen Keisha.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, we are so honored to have you as a guest on Let's Talk. So, ladies, let's show Coach K some love with some hearts. Let's show us some love with some hearts. Let's heart her up, ladies. Let's heart her up. Let's heart her up. And Kisa, I just want to thank you again for agreeing to be a part of our Mental Health Awareness Month series. It is so important, and I am so very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yes. So we're going to jump right into it and we're
Okay.
going to get right into your questions.
Okay.
Kisa,
Yeah.
with so many roles from coaching to anchoring to entrepreneurship, how do you intentionally protect your mental health amid such a dynamic career?
So I think that's a great question. And maturity has set in now.
Mhm.
Back in the day, I carried a lot of different roles, and I don't know how well I carried those roles because it seemed as if the weight of them, I would cave under the weight of it. And mentally, I would become stressed out. I could be kind of agitated, for those who are close to me. I think age has set in now.
Mhm.
My relationship with God has matured now. I'm a Christian, and so I understand that there's grace that He gives us for all of this. So I don't lean on myself as much anymore. I really, and this is so interesting that you asked me this, but I was thinking about this the other day. I've had a pretty full week. There are things I've had to do every day that are pretty high powered. I was on the road this morning handling something, came back, had a few hours to get ready for this, but I allow Him to carry me,
Mm,
literally, as opposed to me now thinking I've got to carry everything myself. I allow Him to carry me, and I understand that I have people around me supporting me, and I'm not afraid to ask for help. And I'm also not afraid to say no. And I understand too, I'm very good about doing a temperature check with myself. So I understand
yes.
I had a really busy week. And everything that I say, I'm always teaching. So I'm a teacher in everything that I say. I know that I had a really busy week. So I know, okay, at some point you're gonna have to stop. At some point you're gonna have to rest because if you don't, you're going to have some example, whether it's being stressed, whether it's your body, saying it needs to rest, et cetera, et cetera. So I know coming up, okay, I'm looking, I've got to plan for that rest as well. That's where the wisdom has come in now. God will give
Absolutely.
me the grace. Okay, God, I may have overscheduled, or God, I've had a busy week, but where do I go? Where do I literally hit the eject button? So managing all of it, I would say, is a dance of grace, and that grace coming from God. Just waking up each day. If I've had a crazy day, just yesterday, I had been up since 11:30 that night. I worked through Wednesday, full day Wednesday.
Mhm.
But probably from 11:30 the previous night, worked through 6 o'clock that morning, got up, had to go out and do some things, came back home. Even when I came home, I had some things to do. But the grace of God. And after that, had to get up this morning, had to go out of town, had to come back. Great, the grace of God.
The
And that's
grace of God.
what
Yeah.
for any woman. The
The
grace.
grace of God. I love that. The grace of God. We remember that, ladies. The grace of God can see us through it all. That was a great point, Kisa. I love that. I absolutely love that. Let me ask you this. This is a three-part question. So, for people that may not know what a life coach does, can
Mhm.
you explain this role and what motivated you to become a double certified life coach? That's the first part of it. What's a life coach and why did you become a double certified life coach?
Because I knew it was my calling. I'm a big person in journaling, so I double check and I ask and pray, but I know it's my life calling and I know it's what I'm supposed to do. So if I'm going to do it and do it at a high level, I'm
Mm,
going to be educated. And I don't want to just say I'm a life coach and just believe me, just trust me. I'm 52, so it's not like I'm 25 and saying I'm a life coach. I've lived just a little bit.
mhm,
Just a little
mhm,
bit.
mhm.
But I respect education, I respect processes, and I respect getting something else and someone else behind you who is greater than you or who has more experience than you, and them certifying you and saying, this person can handle it, this person knows what she's talking about. And I see that in any arena. If we want to be great at something, we need to be educated.
Absolutely. What is a life coach? What does a life coach do?
I liken it to, we all, and I don't know if this is the best example. I mean, well, we will know this person, but the timing is pretty precarious because some people have just fallen out of love with him. But I'm still going to use his name. I think about a life coach as being someone like we think of a football coach. Football
Mhm,
coach does not get out there. Because I was thinking Nick Saban. Well, we know
mhm.
Nick Saban is not on that field running the plays. He's not out there doing the touchdowns. He's literally saying, he's looking at the ability. Whew. He's looking at the ability. He understands there's something great on the inside of those players. So,
Right.
so what he's doing is he's watching them in their element do what they do. He knows one has a gift to be a receiver, one has a gift to be quarterback. He watches, and as they play, he's listening. That's what a life coach does. We're listening. We're listening to what you're going through. We're listening.
Mhm.
He's saying, you may want to tweak here, because I was looking over here. Have you thought about this? Or
Right.
do you shift here? What do you think about that? Or what do you think if you tried that? Do you think you could give that a try? A lot of people think a life coach is someone who tells you what to do. Couldn't be farther from the truth. Because this
Okay.
coach believes that every answer that you need is on the inside of you. That's what this life coach believes. So the job of a life coach is to help you get the information, to help you get the strategy out of you that's already inside. That's it.
Oh, yes. Yes. To get what's out of you, what's already inside. I love
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yes.
We don't tell
Yes.
you what to do.
Mhm.
We,
Mhm.
I don't need a coach. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. We don't tell you what to do. That's
Mhm.
that's asinine. You're an adult. You've made decisions, so you've gotten yourself to a certain place. But there are some points where we all need an objective ear, or we all need someone saying, man, you've got greatness on the inside of you. And even though you have done a little bit of a misstep here, all you need to do is adjust right here. Have you thought about that? What do you think about
Absolutely.
that? Yeah, you're coaching. You're
Mhm.
coaching. But the secret to a great coach is you're not telling, you're not dictating, you're partnering with the greatness that's in them. You're partnering with the wisdom that's in them. And people can handle that a lot better other than you telling them what to do.
Absolutely. Now, how has that deeper training influenced your approach to mental health and personal development?
Well, I think it's the deeper training. I think rather than Kisa just being a person, experientially, um, coming to you and telling you and having an inspirational word, I'm a person who's really sold, a big believer in methodology and systems. So there are certain systems. I can give anybody an encouraging word on the street, but coaching, there is a system. And when a person is in the throes of a challenge, a good word is great,
Yes.
but a system that is going to pull you through, or a customized coaching plan that you know will help people get to the other side. And at the end of the day, it's all about results. It's not about a feel good. It's
Mm-hmm.
results. It's results. It's results. What's going to get you to the place of getting out of this rut if you're stuck? I'm stuck. How do I get here? I don't know where to go in my career. Okay, great. We need to come up with a plan to get you to make that next step. So how do we get you to make that next step? I had a client who lost a parent. She was bewildered. She was lost. Okay, how do I get you to get out of this feeling of lost and confusion? Because all that is you're just looking at your present. Your eyes are here. You're not, for some reason, something has obstructed your view from seeing in the future, seeing around the corner there, because the future is coming, whether you're ready or not. So
Absolutely.
the coach says, I see right there. Now let's remove this together. Let's remove this obstacle so you can now see and you can keep on running too.
That is great. Let me ask you this. Now, you have had so many hats in your long career.
Yeah.
Being a news anchor means you're exposed and have been exposed to intense, often distressing stories. How do you now, and did you previously, decompress mentally and emotionally after a very tough day? Because a lot of times we have such a hard time just decompressing after a hard, intense day.
So I did not do it well at all at the first part of my career. When I first came here back in 1996, I didn't do it well at all. That was 29 years ago.
Mhm.
I carried a lot of it with me. It was very stressful. It was, just the career path, because I was always very driven in terms of career. Been working since I was 15. So, working was just like whatever, whatever. But I understand now it was the grace of God that was on me to do that. That was just my calling. But it was very stressful at first. I remember even dealing with a lot of things with my heart. Mitral valve prolapse they diagnosed me with before. And I remember being in church service one night, and the Spirit of God let me know, once you reduce your stress, and he spoke this through the pastor, then those symptoms that you're dealing with are going to subside. So what a lot of people don't know is that's why I ended up leaving the news business, because I was literally stressed. So I didn't handle it well at first, but it took a lot of prayer. I think that's one of the things that literally drove me to God in my relationship. It was all about enjoying the fullness of my life, having the space and place for work, but understanding that Kisa was greater than being a news anchor, going
Mm,
going on a vacation, spending time with family and friends. And Stephanie, let me be honest, some things I did great, some things I didn't do great. I wonder, and this is just transparent moment, because people are not helped if you're not transparent.
absolutely.
But I wonder if my life would have been different if I would not have placed so much emphasis on my career, uh, not having the traditional structure of thinking about being a wife, not thinking about being a mother, but just being so career focused. So, how did I handle it? I don't think I handled it very well, balancing it all, because I think, God, how would I have handled a husband or a child back then? Because it was just tough enough, just me going and doing what I did. And I understand that's Kisa's life, because other people have managed things like that well. But that's just my life, and I have to look back at it and say, that was then. I did the best that I could do. I have to give myself grace, and this is a word for someone. That was then. This is now. I have to look at it through the lens of grace. I may have thought or wished that it could have been different, but it wasn't.
Right,
So it
right.
did no good to try to torture myself and say, God, well, if whatever, whatever. No, the question is, what can I do at 52, soon to be 53, to move that ball forward and to make peace with where I am and to do better? So Often
Absolutely.
you think, "Oh god, she's on the news and she's doing whatever." Well, for some people, you never know what the cost of that has been. Like I said, for some, they may have managed it great. They manage it great. I see some of these younger ladies and they've got children, they're having babies and they're doing the news and they've got husbands and everything. And I love them. I have two people in mind I'm thinking of who I love and know both of them. That's a blessing because Kisa did was not able to do that, but that's Kisa's life. That was just a deficiency, or just maybe it wasn't my path, is the way I have to look at it. So I did not handle it well then. Today, totally different. Like I told you, I've had a week that in the past I would have folded under it, like God, or just been irritable or whatever, whatever. Because I understand I'm gonna give it my best, and once I give it my best, I'm gonna rest. I go to sleep and I wake up each day, and God gives us. I heard this on the a teaching tape yesterday. God doesn't give us make ahead grace. He doesn't give us go ahead grace like future grace. He gives us the
Mm.
grace for each day. So went to sleep yesterday. I felt tired yesterday. Felt like how do I make this trip? I got up today with all the energy I needed. Ladies, we have grace. There is grace for the day. Breathe. Go to sleep. Trust God to give you the rest that you need and get back up.
Amen. That is a testimony for a lot because you are not the only one that has had it tough and and it was hard. So I just appreciate you sharing that and being transparent in that because you can be looking at someone from the outside and not know what their struggles are on the inside. We just see the beautiful Kisa at that time, and like she has it all. She's handling all. She has it all together, but you never ever know what people are actually going through. So I greatly appreciate you sharing that and being transparent with the queens about you not being able to handle it at that particular time because it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay to
yeah,
not be able to handle it. And it's okay to need help. And it's okay to talk to someone about it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kisa, for that and for sharing that
you're
with our sister queens and our viewers. We appreciate that.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, let me ask you this. You
Yeah.
also work, I mean, again, you have so many hats. You also work as a dating and relationship columnist for the Birmingham Times Weekly.
Yeah.
What mental health topics or ideas often surface in conversation about love and partnership? I'm sure you get that a lot. Love and
Oh, boy.
partnership.
Oh, Stephanie. Oh, how much time do we have? Woo! So let me just give you a true story. True story is I'm a coach and I'm a life change coach. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. I started off like, ooh, I've been through so much change, so I'm gonna help people navigate change and blah 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 blah. And that was great. Nobody wanted to hear that message on change. But
Mhm.
here's the beautiful part. I know about missions, I know about taglines, and I know about slogans. So, as part of that, my mission has always been to help people with change, and it's a three part sector with that three-part slogan: in your life, in your career, in your relationships. That's always been my tagline. So, I was trying to do it as a general rule in life. Did it with a little bit of modest success. Then it just hit me. Like after I went through a divorce in 2024, right? And I went back to being single, and I really just started it's like came into my heart, you need to focus on singles again. And I was like, you know what? This is still on brand, okay? And in the advertising world and marketing world, this is still on brand because it's change. And when I got back out there, I would hear my friends say, it's such a change now. Guys are not approaching women. Women are making more money than men, or women are more successful than some men, and the men can't handle it. African American women feel like black men have a plethora of women to choose from. So some black women are feeling some kind of way because they feel like they're left behind and can be
Mhm.
successful and single. So I'm giving you all the topics that come.
Right.
So as I sort of got back out there, I saw this is huge. Stephanie, I started this group 7 years ago, 5 to 7 years ago. Don't remember the number right now. It was in 2018. I started the group. We had 12 members. We I know this was God that put it on my heart a couple of months ago, about 3 months ago. It's like, "Go back to the group and let's get it started." I opened the group, I hit some button on Facebook. Facebook thought they should assist me with it, and I'm glad I did let them assist me. I hit one button. Next thing I know, it grew to 300. I'm not at the 4,700 point, but we then went from 300, and then with people growing the group, we're now at 1,500 in a matter of 3 months. Because
Wow, that's
people are making
great.
it, well, it's kinda like, we certainly have an active and engaged community, but it's a focus in the group on us connecting, because that's the problem right now. It is, you are happily married, you and Mr. Handy. I love to see it. It is so encouraging, and we need to continue to see those images, because what I'm finding right now is I'm coaching women on how to stay encouraged. I'm coaching women on how not to lose faith. I'm coaching women on how to be happy with themselves, because unfortunately we are in an arena where I've heard so many men don't even like women. Can you imagine? I'm giving you all the topics I'm hearing.
Right,
I'm having
right.
to coach women. I'm hearing men say they don't like women. They don't like women for some. African American women are under attack. They don't, they're characterized in one of two ways: as being gold diggers, or being gold diggers and wanting to get their hair and nails done, or making too much money to where they don't need a man. I mean, there are so many things. I'm sorry, I have a window open if you hear
Oh,
back,
that's no problem.
but there are so many issues that we are dealing with. We're really in a relational crisis. And we have a lot of voices out there. You have a lot of men. And so I had to enter the conversation, because with my spiritual background, with my media background, I said I'm going to enter this conversation and be a voice of reason as a woman. Yeah, it is a hot mess, Gladys. It's
Yes.
a hot mess. It's a hot mess. I had to enter the conversation from a spiritual perspective, from a coaching perspective, and from a media perspective to say, hold on. First of all, ladies, there is hope. And secondly, we're not going to receive all these negative titles and these negative images that the world tries to put on us. Imagine you're a successful woman, you've got your every need met, but the only thing that you don't have is that relationship that you desire.
Right.
And it really appears that your success is a liability. We've got some issues, Stephanie, out there. We've got some issues. So that's where I still coach along that life in general, and career and all that. But
Mhm.
here's where God placed me to enter the conversation, because we have some challenges right now. We have some serious challenges, but I'm Miss Glass half full. I see it half full. So Kisa, she's going to get in there and do some things. And part of my mission is not just to talk. We've got 1,500 people in there, and every day we have about 30 to 40 posts with people posting encouraging words. One of the sacrifices that I've made, because I'm single right now, is we're going to meet. We have a meetup at the end of the month, and Bistro on 19th. We have a meetup to come and sit and talk and have a good time and celebrate being single. And because I'm connected, I'm a connector. That's what I do. I'm
Mhm.
having some men come out too, because women say men don't come out. And Stephanie, they don't. They don't. They don't want to come out because don't have to. I'm getting my needs met. I'm not struggling with having to meet anyone. The women are struggling. So they're pressing on Kisa, rightfully so, pressing on Kisa and pressing on this group to say, how are we going to meet men? So Kisa is calling her personal network of friends. I need you to be here. Well, I don't. I need you to be here, sir. Just come.
Right. Now, how do they what's the first of all, what's the name of the group? And for people that are interested in becoming a part of the group, how do they do that?
Just join. It's called It's Not Too Late for Love. I
It's
hosted
not too late for love.
It's Not
Mhm.
Too Late for Love, and we literally will approve them. It's not a group where you come and promote your business and do all of that.
Right.
It is focused on encouragement. with a little bit of an extra, because you can turn any group on the internet and find encouragement, right? Encouraging
Right.
words, encouraging videos. So you'll get that all day and night, which is great. I can't complain. That is the overall tone of the group. That's a win. We go a step farther, but we also meet up. We have monthly meetings, and as a coach, I use it as a tool because, Stephanie, I like to coach in mass. It is sometimes challenging to do one-on-one coaching, because
Mm-hmm.
remember how, God can use any gift that he gives us. He can use it as he sort of renews and changes our calling. So because I'm a broadcaster, I understand how to talk to masses of people.
Right.
So
Correct.
I can do the one-on-one coaching. I have done the one-on-one coaching, but what I do through this group, through the column in the Birmingham Times, I call it coaching in mass. So rather than me speaking just to one person, through the meetups, through the encouraging words, through videos, I'm taking them literally on a journey, coaching them to be very specific about their love blocks and very specific on the path to finding love. I'm very honest. I'm twice divorced, but I believe in love, and I'm
Yes.
a big believer in manifestation. I don't believe that it's too late. I don't believe that even with the crazy that's going on, I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe that God can't do it again. I know people who have been I have a one mentor who is on her fourth marriage. That was the successful one. So there's no way you can tell me that, oh, it's just crazy out here. There's nothing. I can't hear that. I'm glass half full. So if you hang around me,
Absolutely.
I'm going to change your mentality.
Now
But
that's me. I'm glass half full. And I love that you said it's not too late for love. And Pam, you are right. Pamela Wiley Pringle, I'm sorry. She's saying the same thing. It is not too late for love. It's
oh,
definitely not too late for love. So ladies, don't even think so. If you're thinking that, it's not. It is not. I love that. Now, before we move on to the next question, okay, ladies, it's time for a giveaway. It's time for a giveaway. So, ladies, I need everyone to type hashtag KEISA for your name to be entered into the drawing for our $25 gift card. So that is hashtag KEISA. Let's get that typed into the comments, and you will be entered into the drawing to win a $25 gift card. So let's get that in, ladies. I'm going to look at your questions while you're getting those in. Gladys, I love your comment. Bottom line, if it don't line up with the word of God, it doesn't mean a hill of beans. You are right about that. Absolutely correct. Pamela, again, thank you for letting the ladies know it is not too late for love. I also love your comment on some of our queens that hold on to unhealthy relationships out of fear. And God does not give us a spirit of fear, so we will not be holding on to unhealthy relationships. So thank you so much for that. And yes, there are very healthy marriages out there. So ladies, do not think that there are not. There are very healthy marriages out there. So thank you for that. Jacqueline, because we don't wear our struggle on our sleeves. I love that. Sometimes you are absolutely right. A lot of times we don't look like what we're going through. So thank you so much for that, Jacqueline Dillard. All right. We have those hashtag KEISA in there. And thank you, Jennifer. Don't forget about us on YouTube. That's Jennifer Albero, my V2, my favorite cousin in the whole wide world. I will not forget about our YouTubers. And Monica, I love that. You are absolutely right. It is not too late. My love bug got married at age 57, and God is so good. She literally married her soulmate. So it is definitely not too late. So 57, and baby, she is head over heels in love, and he is too. So it is never too late. We're going to go ahead and get this drawing. So let's get that done and see who our winner is for our $25 gift card. Okay. Yay! Our winner is Keisha Arrington. Keisha Arrington, you are the winner of our $25 gift card. Thank you so much for entering the drawing and entering hashtag KEISA. Congratulations, congratulations. Okay, we're going to move on to our next question for the beautiful Coach K. So, Coach K,
Mhm,
how has founding, again, one of your many hats, how
mhm.
has founding and leading All Shea Naturals allowed you to integrate self-care and mental wellness into your broader mission for women and families?
Oh, I love that question because the mission of that is simple, and we're gonna rejigger some things with that too. As soon as I get past this May 30th event, y'all, with the singles, that's my prime focus right now. Is
Mm-hmm.
get our singles together and get some people out and connecting. But the whole purpose of All Shea Naturals is, as a busy professional woman, we sometimes don't have the time or the energy to go to the spa. The purpose of All Shea Naturals is to bring the spa home to you.
I love that. Say that
Yes,
again. Bring the spa home to you.
yes. The purpose
Mm-hmm.
of it is to bring the spa home to you. In each jar, there is something that is going to be fabulous for your skin. We are revamping in the month of June, July-ish time frame because I'm 53 years old. I've recently looked at really wanting to be true to mission and to be on brand. So I will announce to your group because I've announced it a little bit publicly, but really expect this to kind of be a really formal announcement and launch. But we're 100% all natural now. That has changed some things because we've been known for our mango. Thank you, Vicky. We've been known, and Vicky, this may come as a surprise to you too, but we've been known for our mango and our pineapple body butters and our passion fruit body butters, and made the decision that I want to stay on brand and I want to do something that is healthy and I want to move as close to holistic and all natural as I can because at every decade, I believe our body goes through a new iteration of what it means to be healthy and also what it needs. So I'm personally going through something. I live in downtown, y'all, so no telling what you'll hear. If you can't hear out, I can hear it in my ear, but of course, I have the window open. But I want to go back to being all natural, all healthy, truly all natural. And Stephanie, I understand that it changes some things for me. There's some people who they have certain things they love from us that are fragranced very nicely. But in
Mm-hmm.
order to reduce toxins, not only for myself, but that's the gift that I'm giving my sisters as well. 100% all natural because it reduces our exposure to toxins because our skin is one of our largest organs. Whatever that skin absorbs, your body absorbs, and in some cases, your bloodstream absorbs. So
Absolutely.
being exposed to those chemicals and those toxins, it smells oh so good, but over the long haul, what's it doing? So I did it from a personal perspective, but I'm also doing it as a gift. Two main products that we do. I can do several, but right now, what's the link for the products? It's
Yes.
okay, it's allshaynaturals.com. But I'm doing it as a gift to my sisters. And some people may say, well, I don't need that gift because I want to smell good, honey. I like to smell good. Well, the beautiful thing about the shea butter is this is a gift to your skin, an all natural gift. It's allshaynaturals.com, ALLSHEA naturals.com,
Mm-hmm.
allshaynaturals.com.
I am putting that in the comments right now.
Okay.
allshaynaturals.com.
allshaynaturals.com, and we are getting ready to really do a really formal relaunch in the summer and go back to that all natural. And I understand that it will cause me to lose some customers, but it'll also open up more customers who are willing to go down that path of reducing their exposure to toxins and who really do want to live more holistically because and 100% organic, 100% all natural, understanding that what you put on your skin is actually going to affect you in more ways than you can imagine. So we
Absolutely.
shea
Absolutely.
butter products, we do body butters, we do sugar scrubs. Those are the two big sellers. The sugar scrub is probably my favorite one. We do a lip scrub, but we do a body scrub, neck down. We do a lip scrub. We do a black soap that you can use for hair, face, body, hand soap, however. And we do an all natural oil. So those are the four things. There's so many things, Stephanie, so many paths that I can go. Like I'm a what you would call me is you would call me a creative. So
A
I'm
serial entrepreneur.
a serial entrepreneur.
Serial
Serial
entrepreneur.
entrepreneur.
Yes.
Like what is another thing that I created? A honey and turmeric mask, that I've used for your face, which will lighten your face. But you're doing it all naturally. The turmeric scrub, which we partner with Yolene's Enhancing Beauty on the South Side. That's the only place that offers it right now. But for some people who they want to lighten their lips. The turmeric scrub will lighten their lip. All natural ingredients. A lemon. We have a turmeric. We have a lemon lip scrub. We have a cinnamon lip scrub. Just things to help you feel good about yourself and know that you're doing
Right. Improve your self care.
good.
And when you take care of yourself, not only does it help you outwardly in your physical appearance, it also helps you mentally because when you look good, you feel good.
Okay.
So, yes, yes, ladies. So, check that out. Remember that is allshadenaturals.com. And I love her body butter. It has lasted me so long and it feels so good. So, ladies, check that out. I'm going to go ahead to the next question.
Yep.
Can you share a moment in your personal or professional journey when you had to choose your mental well being over ambition or external expectations? Again, where you had to choose your mental well being over ambition or external expectations.
Absolutely. And that would be, I would say, in getting divorced. Number one, that's one example. Um, there was this stigma that I felt during my last divorce. I've been married, once already and gone through one divorce. I don't want to do that again. How does that look? But if I'm not at peace, or if I believe that we've come to the end of the road, and through prayer and whatever, I'm gonna choose my peace. So that's
Absolutely.
that's that's one example. Another example was when I chose to walk away from my corporate career, and a six-figure salary. And people are thinking, well, what are you doing? No, I need my peace. I don't want to die. I was giving somebody this example yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, while at Birmingham Business Week Network Navigator series at the Crossplex. And I told him my example for work and choosing to walk away was, I had a young lady whom I loved, who worked at the company for 40 plus years. She had an opportunity at some point before she ended up leaving. She had an opportunity 2 years before, in which they offered her a buyout. She was at 38 years then. She didn't want to take the buyout. Nah, I'll do a couple more years. She had a lot of money, had never missed work, 38 continuous years
Hmm.
with one company. Fast forward 2 years. As she stayed there those 2 years, her health continued to decline. She made the decision eventually to go ahead and retire. She retired. She had a cruise set. It was May or June when she retired. She had a cruise set for September. She left out of that job. I remember coming to the retirement. She went into the hospital shortly thereafter. She never made it to her cruise, and she never made it out of the
Mm,
hospital.
mm.
God created that window for her 2 years before. That window could have saved her life, or it could have given her the time and peace away from a job to think through her life, to pivot, to make some changes, to spend time. but she didn't take advantage of it.
Mm.
It's a cautionary tale. So when my opportunity came and I knew, man, I'm having these panic attacks. I've walked in this building for 11 years. I've never felt this way. Why am I feeling this way now? And it's coming back to back to back because the heart knows sometimes what the mind is slow to acknowledge.
Absolutely.
And the heart knows sometimes what the mind is slow to acknowledge. There are such a thing as psychosomatic symptoms. Sometimes we are anxious, sometimes we are stressed and we are fidgety, and we have headaches in our body. We are dealing with symptoms, with aches, dizziness, because there's something connected to us that we need to let go.
Absolutely.
We don't. So we suffer. I'm dealing with a friend now who I am coaching from afar very carefully because she's also a life coach. But she's and I love her dearly. She's just a little headstrong, though. Reminds me of kind of like when I was young. She's a little headstrong, and I'm trying to tell her, you're having symptoms. Your heart is beating fast. I've been through that, sweetheart. At work, what do you call it? Is it tachycardia when it's beating too fast?
Right. It is. Mm-hmm.
Heart is going too fast. I said, you're on. They had to put her on meds. How's it going? Oh, well, sometimes it still goes up to over 120. Excuse me? Still going up, and you're at work and you're doing your body is screaming, but are you listening? And you're stressed, you've got all these things going, you're trying to add another job. No, 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 no. And I have to pray because people have to be willing to the client has to listen. But what I do know is when we don't listen, the body, God, will make sure that we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel you on that. When you get to the point when you wake up in the morning and you dread going, and I know everybody can't walk into their job and just say, I don't want to be here anymore. But
Yes,
when you wake up in the morning and you just literally dread going into where you work and being around the people that you have to be around, if that be the case, it's really time to move on, whether it be looking for another occupation. You've got to protect your peace, because if you're not happy, you can't even make the people around you happy.
that's right.
So, yeah, if you're waking up in the morning and it's like you said, that nauseated feeling, and you just, I can't do it, or if you're crying, and, it is literally time to move on. And it doesn't have to be a job, it could be people. If that person, if you're around them and every time you're around them, you just feel anxious, and, you're just not happy when it's time to move on from them. Places, like you said, the job, things, whatever it may be, people, places, or things that make you not feel good, it's time to move on from them. So I love how you put that. Thank you.
And
Thank
Stephanie,
you so much.
can I
Oh,
add something?
absolutely.
It'll be quick. It is so important to protect your peace, and your life may depend on it.
Yes. Yes. Literally, not
Literally,
figuratively.
literally,
Literally, your
literally.
life can depend on it. Absolutely. Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
What strategies would you recommend then to women who are feeling really overwhelmed, trying to just do it all: career, relationships, business, and self care? What would you recommend to these women that are feeling like this?
I'm so glad you asked that because I'm a coach. So a coach is
Mm
like,
hmm.
I'm not gonna just tell you the problem. I'm gonna walk you through some things that I know I don't know where I feel you. I left corporate America in 2019,
15. Oh, you left in
2015.
2019?
I left in 2020.
Oh, okay. I see Gladys was saying she left in 2015 and she
Okay.
feels so free.
Yes. Gladys, I didn't know we had that and thank you for being on here, and thank you to every lady who's on here. Your support means so much to me. Look, I'm such a perfectionist, but you have to get past the things because I'm looking at my screen. I'm like, I don't look as clear as I want, but we're gonna have to go on, sweet pea. Well, you're here. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it next time. Strategies. Let me give you something. I'm a big storyteller. And I'm going to give you a quick story. And then I'm going to give you, therein lies the strategy. I had left my corporate job. I left one time and I did it wrong, but the Lord opened the door for me to come back. But the next time I left, I did it right the second time. So you can come back from anything. That's the first clue.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I had just left ABC 3340, and I believe God had told me to leave, and I was trying to figure out, what do I do next? What do I do next, God? I was really kind of young in the faith and really impulsive, really zealous, and moved too quick. He definitely said leave, but I moved too quick. So first and foremost, I don't want you to go quit your job tomorrow. I don't want you to do anything rash. Not tomorrow, not turn in your 2 weeks notice unless God tells you to do that. What you do, I'm real big on strategy. God can give you something, but it may be for 2 months out. It may be for 6 months out. It may be for a year. I had left and was feeling so horrible because I'm like, God, did I do the right thing? A gentleman called me while I was in a temporary position, and he said, you know what? Tell you how God works. He said, I tell you what I want you to do. I said, oh yeah, I'm new here, blah, blah, blah. He said, well, I just feel like I need to share this with you. The Lord has put this on my heart. You need to journal for the next 10 days. Journal? What are you talking about? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Journal. And he was very specific. He was like, you need to do it at the same time. You need to pray before you do it. And then you just journal. Well, what do I journal? Whatever's on your heart as it relates to whatever you want to do with your career. Is there anything you want to do? Do you feel bad about anything? Do you feel like you made a mistake? Free write about what you want, what has happened, how you feel. Okay, well, what do I do? Just write for 10 days. The words will come to you, no matter how small, how few words, or how much. I did exactly that. God, and I will say this, that's my major tip that sounds so insignificant that I'm going to leave to your ladies. I really need to do more, and I really need to teach it. But if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed, you've got 5 minutes that you can take. You've got 10 minutes you can take. Get up 10 minutes earlier. Take 10 minutes of your lunch break, and while you're eating your sandwich, while you're eating your salad, journal while you're doing that. Take a few minutes for yourself. Don't go and hang out with your coworker. Go to yourself and journal. And if that's the time you keep it sacred, 10 days. You're going to either in the middle of it or either at the end of it, you're going to understand clearly what you need to do. So I would first say, make some time to journal, because the journal is where your thoughts are recorded. And what happens is you release the pressure gauge. You let go of your anxious thoughts. You let go
Mm-hmm.
of criticism, because I say, Stephanie, that journal doesn't judge us. I left the judgment
Absolutely.
of my health. I hear you, Keisha. I hear you, Keisha. Um, the journal doesn't judge us. It's non-judgmental. It is comforting. And often the journal will allow us to say in words what we're afraid to say out loud. And
Absolutely.
all you need a safe space. And also the journal is a safe space. It's your friend that you've been looking for. And it's not going to tell on you.
Yes, I was just gonna say that it's not gonna tell your business,
It's not
even
going
if
to
you
tell
get
you.
it's not gonna get angry with you, put your business in the street.
You
Absolutely.
feel me? You feel me? It's so simple,
Mhm.
but it's so simple, Stephanie. Most people won't do it. Most people won't. They will dismiss it because they're looking. There's this Bible verse, was it Isaiah, that was looking for God to speak, and it said he wasn't in the clouds, he wasn't in this, but he was in the still small voice. It is something that is so small. Even I have to check myself on it, because it's like, ooh, 10 days. Oh, I don't have to do this. This isn't doing anything. Every time I've done it religiously, every time I've done it for 10 days on a topic, breakthrough.
Absolutely.
It is the most one of the most significant things, because why? Your heart has the answer. Whatever you need, whatever any of you need here, sisters, your heart already knows. It needs a landing. It needs a landing space. And then when you get rid of all those fears and you go ahead and verbalize, man, I felt crazy for that. Man, that felt so weird. I was so afraid. You can verbalize that to the journal. And once you offload those emotions, once you offload those thoughts, then you clear the space for divine direction.
Absolutely. So, ladies, you hear that. If you're not journaling, think about journaling, because it can be very, very freeing. So, and again, it's your secret, it's what you tell it, and it can help you. So, if you're not doing it, please think about doing it, because it can be so, so, so helpful and very, very, very freeing. Thank you for that, Keisha.
You're
You
welcome.
know what's next, though? One more thing. It's time for another giveaway. It's time for another giveaway. Our last giveaway of the night, ladies. We want you to go ahead one more time and type in hashtag KEISA. That's hashtag KEISA for your name to be entered into the drawing. So let's get that in. I'm going to look at some of your comments. Gladys, yes, 10 days of journaling is a great idea. And Vicky, yes, I know you journaling. You always tell me about it. So I love that. I know you've been doing that for years. So that's very, very good. And it is, Monica, a great idea. I love that still voice, like you said, that you Jesus for peace. I mean, it is. It's just peace. And Fatina, I love your comment. Journaling does not judge us. It's a word. Journal doesn't judge us. So I
Mhm.
love that. I love that. And it's such a tool for peace of mind. Yes, it is, Fatina. Yes, it is. That's also my wonderful cousin that lives in Maryland. Thank you so much, Fatina, for joining us. My Tina Ray. And ladies, thank you so much for your comments. We appreciate you joining in on this very important topic, which is our mental health, because we really need to help each other, lift each other up, encourage each other. And as Sister Queens, that's what we're here for. And even if you're not a Sister Queen, if you can encourage someone else, or if you can uplift someone else, it's a great thing. Okay, let's see who the winner of our next $25 gift card will be. All right, Jacqueline Evans Dillard. Yay, Jacqueline Evans Dillard. You are the winner of our $25 gift card. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for entering hashtag Kisa. Yay. Okay, Coach K, for our last question to you, if you, Coach K, could give our listeners, and we're wrapping it up,
Yeah.
one mindset shift or daily practice to support their mental health this month and beyond, what would it be?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I would reiterate something I said earlier. I may have jumped into it a little bit soon, but it's hit me like a light bulb that's helped my mental health. And I believe it's something that I want to share with others. And that is give yourself the space and the grace to just let things go.
Hmm.
Once the day is over, once you've done everything you can do, get in bed and rest. I don't know about anybody else on here, but I used to torture myself with thoughts of, if I've got this to do tomorrow, and I'm running. I've had this. I'm just meditating on. I'm truly understanding. Be anxious for nothing. I'm truly starting to see that, and if I pray that gift for every woman that's on here. You can't do anything about what happened yesterday or even what happened earlier today. You really can't do anything about what's in the future. Breathe and enjoy the moment and let it go. If
Let
it
it
didn't
go.
if it didn't go perfect, do better. Let it go and breathe. Breathe like even tonight, because a lot of times we can be on here and we're thinking, we're looking over here in the corner, okay, when I get off here I've got to do so and so. Let it go and be in the moment. Just enjoy this moment, because by enjoying this moment, it sets the stage for you to be able to receive all that the future has for you.
Amen. Amen. I love that. Let go and let God, because you are so correct. We have so much that are going on. I need to be doing this in the morning. I got to do that. I have 25 errands I got to run. So just thank you for that. I appreciate that. Remember, ladies, let it go. Thank you, Monica. Remember that, ladies. Let it go. Let it go. Whether it be people, places, or thing. If it's disrupting your peace and causing you stress,
Bye bye.
let it
Oh,
go. Thank you, Keisha. That was great advice. Great advice. Now, let me ask you, ladies, before we wrap it up with Coach K, do you have any questions that you would like to add? We're running about 4 minutes over, but we're still willing to take your questions. So, do you have any questions for Coach K that you would like to ask? We'd be more than happy to get those to her. If not, we will be moving on from that, but we just can't thank her enough. Do you have any questions? I'm going to just run through, make sure I haven't omitted anything. Kimothy says, thanks so much for bringing this to light. Yes, Kimothy, she has been absolutely amazing. That's why I was so honored to have her as our first guest for our Mental Health Awareness Month. So thank you again. Thank you. Thank you. So since we have no other questions, I just want to thank you again, Coach Keisha Sharp, for being a guest on the Let's Talk Mental Health Awareness Month. Your insight, your authenticity, and empowering message truly resonated with our Sister Queens community. We're grateful for the light you shared and the reminder that prioritizing our mental health is both powerful and necessary. And congratulations also to the winners of our fantastic prizes. Yay! We truly hope you enjoy them. Send us your contact information and we will get those directly to you. And again, if you want to follow Coach K, please go to Keisha Sharp or Coach K on all social media platforms at Keisha Sharp. Or for coaching or media training, visit www.keisasharp.com/life-coaching. So hit her up, ladies. She's there for you. All right, ladies, a heartfelt thank you to the incredible Sister Queens who tuned in for episode 1 of the Let's Talk 2025 Mental Health Awareness Month series with the amazing Coach Keisha Sharp. Thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies. Don't forget to join us next Thursday, May 15th at 7 p.m. for a special evening with Kristen Bales, founder of Answer Keys Therapy and Consulting. She's bringing wisdom, healing, and real talk you do not want to miss. Let's keep this momentum going, Queens. Let's have a good night. Much love.